Hi guys, it's Pamela Naturals back with another video. Today we're making this gooey flaxseed gel and I'm going to be using that on the ends of my hair to freeze my ends with the aim to help me reduce my single strand knots and my split ends. See how gooey that is, guys? It's so exciting to play with. But anyway, today I'm talking about my experience of freezing my ends. If you followed me for a while, you know that I've always had challenges with my ends, whether it be split ends, single strand knots, dryness, etc. I just can't seem to find a regimen that really works to help me just prevent those. I know you cannot eradicate them, they're part of being natural because my hair is obviously kinky, but I feel like I can do something to reduce them because sometimes I have so many single strand knots I have to cut my hair off, and sometimes it infringes on my length. So last year I did a video where I was talking about, thinking about trying out certain things in my regimen to try and keep my ends stretched and to see how that works for me. So today we're going to be using flaxseed gel to freeze my ends, and I'm gonna show you how I did it and also how my hair was a day after I had done it. And I've seen a few naturals do this. I think the first one was indigenous strands, and I think the other one that I saw was naturally high. I may be wrong, but I think I vaguely remember that they did this, so I decided I'll give it a go. Then I forgot all about it, but then I've had a bit of time on my hands and I decided, let me film this video and see how it works for my hair. If you're interested, keep watching. So the idea is that I will freeze my ends, and that should, I guess, allow them to stay in that position, it somewhat straightened or maybe just wavy. That's what I'm expecting anyway. But we'll see how it all goes. And then hopefully it's going to reduce that kinkiness just towards the end and allow me to reduce my single strand knots and my split ends. Wish me luck. Let's go and make the gel. Flaxseed gel is really easy to make at home. All you need is obviously flax seeds. I normally get a quarter cup and place it in a cup or maybe just over a cup of boiling water. The minute you place your flax seeds into your hot water, make sure to start stirring the mixture, because what happens is, because the flaxseed is a bit, obviously they're seeds, but then once it combines with water, it starts to make that gel, and the gel can sometimes stick to the pan or the pot and you have a disaster. So make sure to stir it and not allow it to stick to the pot. You want to leave that on to boil for a couple of minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes, and you will start to see this white film forming on the top. When you see that, it's pretty much done. You want to turn the heat off and remove it from the stove or from the heat. I'm just going to leave this to cool down about 10 minutes, and then I go ahead to strain it. And I just use some pantyhose to do this, and I go ahead and really squeeze as much gel as I can out of these flax seeds. As you can see, this is a bit thick, and although I'm happy to use it as it is, I feel like I might need more for my hair. So I decided to add a little bit of water and just mix that really well together. It's ideal to do it on the stove once you feel like your flaxseed is a bit too thick or it's going to get too thick, to add the water while it's on the stove. But I didn't pick that up, so I'm adding the water after. And that's pretty much it. This is ready to use, and I'm anxious to see how it works on my hair. Let's go. After spending a good amount of time just playing with this gooey gel, I decided to start placing it on the ends of my hair. Now, initially, I wasn't sure whether to sort of apply it on and then twist it up, or just apply it and leave the hair. So I decided to place a generous amount onto the ends of my hair, making sure all the strands were coated. And as you can see, that definition really comes through. And then I went ahead to twist it up. And I did this for a couple of sections, so just the front, as you can see. But then for the rest of my hair, I went ahead to apply the gel
and left the hair loose because I wanted to see, you know, what my hair sort of feels like once the gel dries out, with the hair being twisted and the hair being left loose. So I wanted to compare and see which one would be more effective. And if you've used flaxseed gel before, you will know that although some YouTubers do not have any trouble with flakes once the gel dries, I have always, you know, had a problem of, you know, flaking each time I use flaxseed gel. And even though I try to put a small amount, I'll either get really bad results when it comes to definition, and if I use a generous amount, I get flakes. So guys, I'm open to ideas. What do you guys do to avoid the flaking with flaxseed gel? And I could almost predict that I would get the same thing after using it on my ends. The following morning, these were my results. My hair was fully dry. By the way, I had moisturized my hair prior to applying the flaxseed gel, so my hair was not dry at all. But as expected, the flakes were so many. They were falling out of my hair like, yeah, like there's no tomorrow, guys. There was so much flaking on the ends of my hair. I did find that the flaxseed gel did, you know, keep that definition going. As you can see, my hair is in sort of the same place, which is the idea that I was sort of trying to see how it would go, because as you know, single strand knots can be really annoying, and having flaxseed gel on the ends of my hair to create that definition, which usually involves grouping the hairs and keeping them in one place, therefore preventing them from, you know, freeze and then trying to mingle and creating knots and tangles. So I did get that result, but I really did not like the flakes. And I also noticed that if I had to unravel the twist while it's dry, I risked, you know, introducing frizz and, you know, just not really achieving that definition and, you know, form that I wanted with the hair. I decided to use some oil, you know, on the ends of my hair. I've run out of this oil, but I really loved it. And I decided to put some on the ends of my hair to see how that worked with regards to reducing the flakes, but it didn't really do much. It kind of disguised the flakes, but they were still there. And the more I played with my hair, the more I introduced the frizz. So yeah, I would not be doing this whole, you know, unraveling the twist if this is going to work in preventing single strand knots. My idea was that once I apply the flaxseed gel, allow it to dry, then I can sort of put my hair up in a bun or some kind of updo, maybe a, you know, twist and tuck kind of style, and hide those ends, therefore securing them and reducing single strand knots and, you know, tangles, etc., while still having a decent style. I'm going crazy, but that's the idea. What do you guys think about this idea? Do you know anyone else that does this? I know there's a couple of YouTubers I've seen kind of do this, but not exactly the way I'm doing it. Comment below, let me know what you think. Until next time, it's Pamela Naturals. Bye.